Have you ever seen a wavy hair routine online? You love the results and so you picked up exactly the same products and you followed it exactly to the T. But then once your hair dried, your hair ended up looking like trash. Why did this happen? It is because all wavy hair is not the same. Wavy hair care is not a one size fits all. Among the wavy hair category, there are so many different kinds of wavy hair. You have looser waves and you have tighter waves. You have low density waves and you have high density waves. To help you understand how to take care of your hair, how to treat your waves, and how to get the very best out of your styling routine. In this video, I'm going to show you two very separate routines. One is going to be geared towards waves that require extra moisturization or heavy moisturization. This routine will be for coarse hair, for high porosity hair, for super dense, extremely tight waves. And on the other side, I'm going to show you a routine for people with a looser wave or curl pattern, for people who have fine hair, for people who have low porosity hair. In essence, these are the people with wavy hair that require very light moisturization. Ask yourself, does this sound like you? After you do your hair styling routine, does your hair feel really soggy? Does it feel very greasy? Does it get over moisturized very easy? Does it get weighed down very easily? Does it feel like after you've styled your hair and your hair is dried, it looks like all the volume is gone, you have 2.5 curl clumps? Does any of this sound like you? If it does, then the second routine that I'm showing you side by side is for you specifically. This routine is going to bring out the best in your waves. It is also going to give you a lot more volume than you're used to. In this video, I'm focusing on one brand, which is Best Life Naturals. I'm going to show you which products of their line to use based on what your hair needs. For coarse, thick, dense hair that requires extra moisturization, I'm going to use this shampoo, which is the Best Life Activated Charcoal and Rosemary Shampoo. And I'm going to use the Best Life Deep Conditioning Strength and Repair Hair Mask. The Activated Charcoal and Rosemary Shampoo has sodium olefin sulfonate, which is a clarifying ingredient. This means that this shampoo is going to help you remove buildup from the hair. This shampoo lathers up very decently, but since it's a thicker shampoo, you have to really work it into the scalp. I'm using this mask because it is a thicker mask, and so people with coarse hair, high porosity hair, people whose hair requires a lot of moisture, you're going to appreciate this mask. This is the thicker mask from their collection, and it'll suit people who need heavy moisturization. And for the fine hair, the low density hair, the low porosity hair side, I'm going to use the Biotin ACV shampoo and the Volume and Bounce hair mask. This shampoo lathers up really well and it is much easier to get this to lather. You'll see in the footage. It has apple cider vinegar and so this is a chelating shampoo. Again, it's going to help you remove product buildup on fine hair, on thinner hair, on hair that gets weighed down very easily. Product buildup is a massive issue and so I've chosen this shampoo from the range. To condition, I'm using this mask because it is lighter and it won't weigh your hair down. In both routines, I'm either clarifying or chelating, and so I'm going to apply the shampoo to my scalp as well as my lengths. Clarifying and chelating are like reset routines. They enable you to start on a fresh slate. Then I'm moving on to conditioning. I'm wet detangling in this video. Both these masks have decent slip. I've noticed that they work much better on shorter hair now that my hair is much more healthy. When my hair was really long and damaged, it used to tangle up a lot more, and so detangling was a little more troublesome. Slip-wise, the Volume and Bounce hair mask performs a little better on my hair. Okay, so now for the most important part of the video, which is styling. Now, if you have thicker, fuller, tighter waves, your hair is voluminous, then a traditional wavy or curly hair routine will be perfect for you. If you nail the amount of moisture that your hair needs perfectly, then you won't have any trouble getting volume, getting definition, and getting that definition to last for days on end. But if you have finer hair, if you have low density hair, hair that does not have too much volume, then things get a little more difficult. If you follow a traditional wavy or curly hair routine that involves some kind of a curl cream, a leave-in conditioner, and then you follow it up with a gel, you're going to get very defined, very separated, robust curl clumps. But it might look like you have 2.5 curl clumps once you're done styling your hair. This is obviously something that you don't want. When there is very little volume in your hair, there is always something that you can do. Here, your styling routine and the products that you use are make or break. It is going to make a huge difference. Words are not going to be enough to explain to you how important your styling routine and the products you use are. A lot of the times, you may not need a leave-in conditioner, a curl cream and a gel. Just a gel is good enough for you. Now, if the gel is a hard hold gel, then it might be slightly drying. But if the gel is a moisturizing gel that has medium to soft hold, a lot of the times this will be enough moisture for you. You don't need anything more. To demonstrate this, I'm going to show you what my hair looks like during the week in this video. So what is your approach going to be? You're going to be minimal with your product. You are going to try your best not to weigh your hair down, and you are going to target that non-separated, non-robust look, which means that you're going to get definition. You are going to be able to honor your own curl pattern. You are going to be able to celebrate what you have naturally, but the look that you're going for is not going to be robustness and massive separation in the clumps. You're going to go for a more fluffy look, but I'm going to show you a fluffy look that lasts for many days. And you're going to be happy with these results. You're not going to section your hair per se. You're going to style all of your hair together. Your hair is not going to be super duper wet while you're styling. And to style, you're going to use your fingers. So think of it this way, okay? You put your hand in like this, and you put your hand in like this. You're making like a web with your hand, okay? So you're going this way, and you're going this way, and you're pulling apart like this. You are going to be left with this very effortless wavy look that you're going to appreciate. Sometimes the bowl method also works for people who have thin hair. I'm not showing you the bowl method in this video because I've tried it on my hair, and the results that I got, I did not enjoy. I have a video demonstrating the routine and my results on this channel. I'll leave it linked in the description. So on the high moisture side, I'm going to use the curl cream and the gel from Best Life. Let me talk about these products a little bit. The curl cream is a level 3.5. This is quite moisturizing. People who need extra moisturization and love definition will really appreciate this product. The style gel is a medium hold gel. It is slightly buildable and it's not super heavy. So on the heavy moisture side, I'm going to use both these products, and on the light moisture side, I'm only going to use this gel. Because this gel gives you a little bit of moisture and it gives you hold, you can completely omit the leave-in conditioner or the curl cream. This is going to be enough for your hair because we don't want to overdo it, and we don't want to do anything that can weigh our hair down unnecessarily. So I just explained how I'm going to style and create curl clumps on the finer hair side. For the thicker hair side, I'm going to use a styling brush to style my hair. On longer wavy hair, you can use a comb to style. You won't have any issues. But now that my hair is very short in comparison, it's a little more difficult for me to get defined waves, and so I prefer to use a styling brush. I'm going to apply my products. On the thicker hair side, I'm using the curl cream and gel, and on the finer hair side, I'm using just the gel. On the fine hair side, I'm not styling in sections, and my hair is dripping wet. It is not sopping wet, it is not damp. It is right in between. Whereas on the coarser hair side, I'm styling on sopping wet hair. When you use a styling brush to style, you need to have a lot of water in your hair. Otherwise, your hair is going to get tangled up in the brush. You'll lose a lot of hair. You'll also break a lot of the hair. I'm going to give you a second to really observe how I'm creating my curl clumps. On the thicker hair side, I'm brushing with tension, and on the thinner hair side, I'm webbing my hands, I'm raking and shaking, and then I'm going to scrunch. This method is especially great for thin and fine hair. It leaves you with a decent amount of definition, but it also gives you volume. So on the finer hair side, I'm trying to make the hair look more natural and more effortless. It's going to have beautiful definition, but the curl clumps are not going to be super robust and separated. This is better suited for finer, looser wave types. Think of the fine hair side as angel waves, whereas the thicker, coarser, tighter waves side as mermaid waves. Now that we're done styling, we're going to do things to encourage those waves to really form and to lock into place. Because wavy hair, the texture is much looser than curls. Gravity tends to work against us. And so these next two steps are going to be very important. On the coarse hair or the hair that requires extra moisturization side, I'm going to micro plop and I'm going to plop. This is really going to lock the definition into place, because if you drop your hair down as soon as you style it, the water weight and the weight of the hair with the product is basically going to straighten out. The way to lock this definition into place is to keep it against the head until a small gel cast forms. Once the gel cast forms slightly, you know that the waves are locked in place. If anyone tells you that you're forcing your waves, you're not. Because if you're forcing your waves, even after doing this entire routine, in 1 to 2 hours, your waves are going to drop. If you in fact have wavy hair, and that is what your hair can do naturally, then this is going to last for days. Straight hair is just not going to be able to have this ability to stay with so much definition for so many days. Now on the styling side of the finer hair, the low density hair, I'm not plopping. I'm only going to micro plop. You'll notice that this is such a powerful tool. Look at the definition before I micro plop and then look at the definition after I micro plop. It makes a huge difference, and this is going to remove that excess water from the hair and it's going to lock the waves down. The only reason I'm not plopping on this side is because I've noticed that in the wavy community, you have two kinds of people. One is the people who get everything right and put a lot of effort into their styling routine. They put that extra 10 minutes and so their waves last well for 5 days, 6 days until they wash it again. There is also this new wave in the wavy hair community of people doing like these minimal routines, not spending a lot of time. I reckon that if you're going for effortless waves, you want it to be effortless. And so I'm not including plopping in this side of the routine. Also, if you have fine hair and your hair just cannot tolerate weight, then maybe plopping is not a very good idea for you. You want to avoid any kind of back drip. You want to avoid anything that weighs your roots down. So on one side, I'm only going to micro plop to keep the routine effortless. And on the other side, I'm going to micro plop and I'm going to plop. Then I'm going to start diffusing my hair. Shorter hair takes very little time to dry. On the finer side where I've only used gel, it's going to dry a lot faster because I've used very little product in my hair. Whereas on the coarser, thicker, tight wave side, it's going to take me a little more time to style because I've used a curl cream and a gel. So there's a lot more product on the hair. Right now it's taking me 15 to 20 minutes max to diffuse from start to finish. If it takes you a lot longer and your hair is short, then it probably means that you've applied way too much product for your hair, or it may mean that you've over moisturized your hair and therefore your hair is not drying. I don't know if you can see in the footage, but my gel cast is already broken slightly because I've been diffusing my hair from start to finish. Then I scrunch out the crunch and remove whatever gel cast I have remaining in my hair, and I'm left with these results. I don't know if it comes across on camera, but both the results are very different from each other. The finer hair side is more fluffy and it has this non-separated curl clump look. It looks like angel waves. Whereas on the thicker hair side, I have much more robust curl clumps. These are my day 2 results. Since the Best Life gel is a medium hold gel, it is important to use a bonnet. I'm just putting it out there. Whenever you use a soft to medium hold gel, bonnets become essential to preserve your waves overnight. And this is day 3. I hope you found this video useful. I hope I was able to teach you something new today. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And if you're looking for more wavy curly hair content, check out these videos right here.